My mom's favorite mug still sits on the kitchen counter, chipped but hers, and now it's gathering dust while Dad's new wife tries to replace it with a shiny set from Target. 6 months ago, I was holding Mom's hand in the hospital, promising her I'd keep the family together. And now I'm dodging stepkids and pretending I don't hate the woman sleeping in her bed. I'm Ellie, 17, and this is my life now. A warped sitcom where no one knows their lines. Mom died of cancer, quick and brutal, leaving me, Dad, and my little brother, Sam, to pick up the pieces. We were barely figuring out how to microwave dinners without her when Dad announced he was remarrying. Not just remarrying, moving his new wife, Karen, and her two kids, Mia and Lucas, into our house. The house where Mom's laugh still echoes in my head. The house where her garden is wilting because no one waters it but me. Dad's big on starting fresh. He says it like it's a magic spell, like bringing in Karen, a perky real estate agent with a laugh like a wind chime, will erase the hole Mom left. Mia, 15, is all sharp edges and eye rolls, like she's auditioning for Mean Girls. Lucas, 9, is quieter, always clutching a handheld game, but his wide eyes follow me like he's waiting for me to explode. I don't blame him. I might. The first night they moved in, Dad sat us all down for a family meeting. He had this grin, the kind he used to wear when he and Mom planned summer trips. "We're a new family now," he said, like we were all in on the script. "Let's make it work." Karen nodded, her hands folded too perfectly, like she was posing for a magazine. Mia smirked, picking at her nails. Lucas just stared at his game. Sam, only 11, looked at me, his eyes begging for an escape. I wanted to scream, but I just nodded. Because what else do you do when your dad's already checked out of your grief? The house feels like a stage. Karen's redecorating, new curtains, new couch, new rules. She threw out Mom's old throw pillows because they were dated. Dated. Like Mom was just a trend that expired. I caught Sam crying in his room, holding one of those pillows, and I swore I'd never forgive her. But Dad, he's all in, calling Karen honey and planning blended family game nights. He thinks we're the Brady Bunch. I think we're a car crash. Week 1. Mia decided my room was better than hers. She didn't ask, she just started moving her stuff in when I was at school. I came home to her posters on my wall, her clothes in my closet. I lost it. "Get out," I screamed, yanking her stuff into the hall. She laughed, called me a drama queen, but I saw the flicker of fear in her eyes. Good. Let her be scared. This is my house, my mom's house, not hers. Dad grounded me for not being welcoming. Welcoming. Like I'm supposed to roll out a red carpet for the people invading my life. Karen tries too hard. She leaves notes on my door, "Ellie. Let's talk," or "Made your favorite cookies." They're not my favorite. Mom knew my favorite peanut butter with extra salt. Karen's are oatmeal raisin, and I'd rather starve. She's always hovering, asking about school, my friends, like she's auditioning to be Mom. I shut her down every time, but she keeps coming back, all smiles and patience. It makes me hate her more. If she'd just get mad, I could fight her. But this, it's like punching a pillow. Sam's struggling worst of all. He's quiet, too quiet, and I catch him staring at Mom's old garden, where the roses are dying. He doesn't talk about her anymore. Not since Dad told him to focus on the future. Future, like Mom's a chapter we're supposed to close. I try to be there for him, but I'm drowning too. At night, I hear him crying through the wall, and it's like a knife in my chest. I want to fix it, but I don't know how. Then there's Lucas. He's not awful, not like Mia, but he's always underfoot, asking questions. "Why don't you like my mom?" he asked one day. His game paused, his eyes big and searching. I froze. What do you say to a kid who's just collateral damage in this mess? "It's not about her." I lied. He didn't buy it, but he didn't push either. I almost felt bad. Almost. The breaking point came at Dad's family dinner. He'd been hyping it all week. Like a roast chicken and mashed potatoes could glue us together. Karen cooked. Mia complained about the food, Lucas spilled his juice, and Sam just stared at his plate. I sat there, picking at my food, imagining Mom's spaghetti nights, where we'd laugh until we couldn't breathe. Dad raised his glass for a toast. To new beginnings, he said, beaming. I snapped. New beginnings, I said, my voice sharp enough to cut glass. Mom's been gone 6 months, and you're already replacing her. The room went silent. Karen's smile faltered. Mia smirked, like she was enjoying the show. Lucas looked scared. Sam's eyes filled with tears. Dad's face hardened. Ellie, that's enough. No, it's not, I shouted, standing up. You don't get to erase her. You don't get to pretend we're some perfect family when we're all falling apart. I stormed out, slamming the door, but not before I saw Sam's face crumple. I hated myself for it, but I hated Dad more. I hid in Mom's garden, sitting by her roses, the ones she loved because they reminded her of her grandma. I could almost hear her voice, telling me to breathe, to be strong. But I wasn't strong. I was angry, lost, and so tired of pretending. That's when Karen found me. I braced for another pep talk, but she just sat down, quiet. I'm not trying to replace her, she said finally. I know I can't. I just want to be here for you, for Sam. I didn't want to hear it. I wanted to hate her, to keep her as the villain. But her voice cracked, and I saw something in her eyes, grief, maybe, or fear. I lost someone too, she said. My brother. It's not the same, but I know what it's like to feel like the world's moving on without you. I didn't respond, but her words stuck, like a splinter I couldn't pull out. Days turned into weeks, and the house stayed tense. Mia and I clashed constantly. She'd blast music to drown out my voice. I'd hide her phone charger. Petty, sure, but it felt like war. Lucas started following Sam around, and to my surprise, Sam didn't push him away. They'd play video games, and I'd hear Sam laugh, a sound I thought was gone forever. It hurt, seeing him find comfort with Lucas, but it also gave me hope. Maybe he'd be okay, even if I wasn't. Dad tried to talk to me, but it always ended in fights. You're not even trying, he'd say, and I'd throw back. You didn't even wait. We were stuck, both grieving but too stubborn to meet in the middle. I started sneaking out to Mom's garden at night, talking to her like she could hear me. I don't know how to do this. I'd whisper, I don't know how to let them in. One night, I found Sam there, sitting by the roses. I miss her, he said, his voice small, but I don't want Dad to be sad forever. I hugged him, tears burning my eyes. He was right. Dad was trying, in his clumsy, awful way, to keep us from sinking. I didn't forgive him, not yet, but I started to see it, his pain, his fear of losing us too. Karen kept trying, too. She stopped pushing so hard, started leaving space for me to come to her. One day, she asked me to help with Mom's garden. I don't know much about roses, she admitted, but I know they meant a lot to her. I almost said no, but something stopped me. We worked in silence, pruning, watering, and for the first time, I didn't feel like she was stealing something from me. Mia was harder. We'd never be friends, but we found a truce. She stopped touching my stuff, and I stopped snapping at her every move. Lucas became the bridge. His goofy questions and bad jokes somehow got us talking without fighting. One night, he dragged us all into a board game, and we laughed, actually laughed, together. It wasn't perfect, but it was something. Months passed, and the house started to feel less like a battlefield. Dad and I talked, really talked, about Mom, about how much we both missed her. He cried, something I hadn't seen since her funeral. I didn't want to replace her, he said. I just didn't want you and Sam to lose everything. I didn't have word, but I hugged him, and it was enough. Karen's not Mom, and she never will be, but she's here, and she's trying, and maybe that's enough for now. Mia's still a pain, but I see her softening, letting her guard down. Lucas and Sam are inseparable, and that's the best part of this mess. The roses are blooming again, and I like to think Mom's smiling somewhere, seeing us figure it out, one messy step at a time. This isn't the family I wanted, but it's the one I've got. And maybe, just maybe, we're learning to be okay. What do you think? Can a family built on broken pieces ever feel whole? Is it fair to ask kids to play along with a new life when the old one's still haunting them? Share your thoughts on where the line is between moving on and holding on.